You stare at the map in your hands, tracing the lines with your finger. The dying man had pressed it into your palm, his last gift to you. He had whispered about an extraction point where a helicopter would come and save you, but you needed a military walkie-talkie to call the pilot. You feel a pang of sadness knowing that the man who gave you the map would never see you make it to safety, but you steel yourself for the dangerous journey ahead. You fold the map carefully and tuck it into your pocket, ready to begin. Cool. So let me start this off by saying this is the Wolf Extraction Quest. In this mod, you're given a map of where this extraction point is, and you have to get a military walkie-talkie to call the pilot. Now, I've done this challenge 4 times already, and all 4 have failed. So this was my last time doing it. Join me on this hellish adventure to get out of Knox County. Before we start, I need to put down 3 goals we need to accomplish before we win. Number 1, get enough supplies to last as long as we need. Number 2, get to the secret military base near Rosewood. And number 3, call the pilot to get out of Knox County. With that, we can start our first day. I spawned inside of the Rosewood police station where immediately I started looting, like one does, and equipped a pair of shades, right after I ripped my tank top and got sheets to bandage myself in case I needed them. After that, I got better clothing from the locker rooms and went to check if the armory was unlocked. To my surprise, it was, but sadly there wasn't many guns, so I took the shotgun and ammo. Now that everything important was taken, I took the side entrance out ready to fight some zomboids. But to my avail, there were none. Lucky me, I guess. The green van was also unlocked and I found my first weapon, a wrench. Even better, I got into the driver's side and the key was in the car. I got my first and second kill after and went on the left side of the building thinking maybe that's where all these zombies were that just weren't spawning. Once again, to my surprise, there were none. Leaving the police station, I ventured off for more gear. When I got to the courthouse, there was a small horde of zomboids, one of them having a duffel bag. I quickly dispatched them and equipped the bag. I entered the car that they were near and once again found the key in the car. Next, I checked out the car and put on my goal list to find a new battery and some gas. Afterwards, I cleared out the courthouse and slept it the first time. Once I woke up, I didn't waste any time. Next to the courthouse was a parking lot with a few cars. Most of them looked brand new, so I saw if I could check off my 2 goals. I was able to get a full gas can and travel back to the car to put the gas in the car. Next, I decided to clear out some hordes so I didn't have to worry so much. I was able to remove 4 small ones altogether while getting better gear. Then I cleared out the firefighter station and got better weapons. Killing zombies took up my entire day and my character was exhausted, so I slept. Waking up, it was still day 2. I was surprised but still on my toes. I got some food and water, then checked outside to see if there was any more zombies. To answer that, yes. But by the time I found that out, it was officially the next day. I got rid of the small horde in front of the station and gathered more gas from the cars in front. I now had a full tank of gas and an extra can just in case I needed it. There was a small horde of zombies between the police station and my car. Not wanting a problem, I carefully took care of them and was able to get another shotgun. At this point, I would have been safe to leave, but I told myself I wasn't fully prepared. There were a few more places I wanted to go before I left for the military base. These were both of the small apartments, the 24-hour store, and the small medical facility. As you can tell, I still needed food, guns, and medical supplies. I went to the first apartment and gathered all the food I could from the first room. Then I cleared out a small horde in front of the apartment, exhausting my character, so I went to take a rest. Luckily, this sleep didn't move me on to day 4, and it was only 6 p.m. I cleared and gathered the rest of the rooms before returning back to my car and putting the items I had gotten in it. I wasn't done though, as I still had a few more loot runs to go. Next up was the 24-hour shop. Getting there, I noticed a bigger horde of zombies, and like I've been doing this entire video, I got rid of them carefully. Once they were mostly gone, I tried to open the door, but to no avail. I was heartbroken as my favorite shop lied to me. It wasn't open 24 hours. Now, what was lucky about this set of buildings is that they were all connected. So I went to the building right behind it and the doors were open. By the time I traveled to the back of all the stores, it was already day 4. I killed some zombies and looted the second apartment building. I did find some valuable things like food, guns, ammo, etc. I then went back to my car as I was carrying almost double my weight and dropped it off. Afterwards, I slept as my character was a bit tired. And when I arose, I immediately was back on the grind. Still heartbroken over the 24-hour store, I skipped it and went straight to the small medical facility. I got just about everything I needed from there: bandages, alcohol wipes and bottles, suturing needles and holders, painkillers, the whole deal. After which, I finally headed over to the 24-hour store to see it open. Finally, I was ready to get out of Rosewood and go to the secret military base. I started up my car for the first time and rode off, leaving my starter town. I made it to my first checkpoint, and my next one would be at the base. But seeing what time it was, I had made the right decision and slept so my character wouldn't be tired while raiding the base. I slept in my car, ending day 4 and moving on to day 5. It was 1:20 in the morning when I woke up. Still dark. And if you know anything about Project Zomboid, you know that it being night is usually the worst time to be active. So I just sat in my car and waited until it was around 5. The sun was now just coming up and it would be the perfect time to start driving over to the base. After driving in the forest for around 8 IRL minutes, I was finally back on the real road. That's when I knew how close I was to the base. Now, something to note about this place, it's filled with zombies. If you've ever been here, you know what I mean. This place would be packed with them, and oh how right I was. I had a massive horde following me, and I had to quickly think of something before I died, so I used my car as my weapon. And now I think I can safely say, after having the biggest mass zombie murder of my life, I looted the dead zombies for what I could get. I now had military grade gear and was ready to infiltrate the base. But you might be telling yourself, Storm, that's a lot of zombies, but not nearly as many as there should be. And to that I'd say, you're right. Not all the zombies had heard their fellow friends being crushed and my car, so I had to be careful. One by one, zombie by zombie, horde by horde. I would kill them and clean the area out. I had cleared almost all the zombies leading up to the parking lot, and by that time my character was incredibly tired. And in a place as dangerous as this, the last thing you want is to be tired. But because all the zombies I killed with my car, I couldn't sleep there, so I had to get to the parking lot to sleep. Luckily from the zombies I killed, a few of them had car keys and some of the cars were in the parking lot. So I got into one of the cars and took my chances to sleep. Darkness. The only light I could see was from the 2 street lamps set in the middle of the parking lot. Dangerous and be careful were the only 2 thoughts running in my mind at that time. There were still 2 hordes I had to get rid of before I could enter the building, so I quickly took care of them. Finally, safe at last. Or so I thought. Like I said before, this place is packed with zombies. The only real safety I had was the 2 massive fences that not even my character could jump. I was surrounded by zombies in here. From the left, right, and center. That's right, there was still a horde of zombies I had to take care of. Blocking the doors and windows of this place, the only way in was killing the zombies. After I took care of them, the door was locked, but 3 zombies were inside the building, so they were able to bust down the door, letting me have an entrance in. Killing them, I finally entered the building. All I needed was a military grade walkie-talkie, and then I could get out. Of course, the building wasn't safe either. There were still many zombies I had to deal with, but that's when it happened. There were too many zombies, so I led them outside before gaining some distance between us and running back in. A small problem has arisen though. There were still a lot more inside this building, and my character being tired and out of breath wasn't really helping. So I got into a room I knew had a window and closed the door before any zombies could get in. I then opened the window and got out of the room. There were still way too many zombies on the other side of this window, and with all them chasing me, I only had one option. My emergency plan had finally come into play. That's right, Doom Music 2.0, baby! After my second mass murder of zombies, I had to sleep, and I woke up to zombies banging on my door. In a hurry, I killed them and got right back to my mission of finding a military walkie-talkie. I entered back into the building, and this time with a lot less zombies. Now, in such a tight place, there wasn't very many places to go when zombies attacked. So, when 4 zombies were on me, I couldn't do much but flee. I backed up into the room behind me and closed the door. As I got something to drink and eat, the zombies were destroying the door. The only thing I could do was trap them in the room I was in, so I did that. Then I jumped out of the window into a small fenced off place, but there were more zombies in there too. Some of them were even breaking the windows. I was trapped and unable to do anything with my axe, so I had to use my emergency plan a second time. I want to take a minute to thank all of you for finishing this video. If you made it this far, comment halfway. If you enjoyed this video, why not watch another one? On the left is my last Project Zomboid video where I had to wear a mask to survive. And on the right is a video that YouTube thinks you'd enjoy. Like, comment, sub, and have a hell of a day.